What's going on, everybody? It is Luke Bello with the Sideline Scoop. And so today, what I wanted to focus on and sort of the question I want to pose is, can the Packers finish as the #1 seed in the NFC in this upcoming season? And if we take a look back last season, we were pretty close to finishing at the top. We were just behind the 49ers. 49ers were 13-3. We were 13-3, but of course they, won that tiebreaker, and then of course they beat us in the NFC Championship. But, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, can the Packers finish as the #1 seed? So last year, we were super close. So I think coming into this season, there's so many teams in the NFC who have the potential to finish, as a #1 seed. If we take a look right here at sort of the odds that some sportsbook right now has for, the chances of finishing, as a #1 seed and winning the NFC in 2020, I'll throw it up here. You can see the 49ers plus 325. So the 49ers, of course, making it to the Super Bowl last year, beating the Packers, unfortunately, have, the highest odds, the best chances when it comes to, winning the NFC from, the sports books. Next, we got the Saints at plus 550. Then we got the Cowboys at plus 600. I don't know why the Cowboys are up that high. I know that, they have a solid team, but number 3, I don't know about that one. Then we got number 4, we got the Eagles with plus 800. Then we got the Buccaneers with plus 800. Seahawks plus 850. Packers plus 900. So on this list right here, the Packers are ranked 7th. And so, obviously the sportsbooks don't think the Packers are going to be #1, because if you put a bet on the Packers for $100, if the Packers win the NFC, you're making $900 right there. That's not too bad of an investment if they do win the NFC. But as you can see here, there are tons of teams stacked in the NFC. And so if we sort of take a look at sort of what it takes to finish as a #1 seed in the NFC, if we take a look back at the past 4 seasons, 2019, the record to be the #1 seed was the 49ers at 13-13. 2018, the Saints were 13-13. 2017, the Eagles were the first seed. They were 13-13. In 2016, the Cowboys were the #1 seed, and they were 13-13. All right, so I'm editing this right now and just realized I said 13-13. Obviously, that makes completely no sense. How that even possible? That was a mistake. Sorry, 13-3. So I'd say in 2020, it's most likely that the #1 seed will need to be at least 13-13 to win the NFC. So I want to right now throw up the Packers' schedule just to take a look and sort of see what would need to happen for the Packers to be 13-3 at least coming into 2020. So of course, here we got the schedule here. Week 1, Vikings, that's coming up soon. Can't wait for that. But taking a look here, the Packers do have tons of pretty challenging games, I would say. If we take a look right here, of course, we got the Saints. They're going to be a solid team, of course, with Drew Brees. He seems to never age, but, he's going to be coming in there, and that's going to be a hard one for the Packers. The Packers defense really needs to show up in that one. Then, of course, we got the Falcons. They have a solid team as well. Their offense is going to be hard to stop this year with Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. They got a solid team there. The Buccaneers, another tough game. Anytime you're playing Tom Brady, that's going to be a tough game. They just picked up Leonard Fournette. Their receivers are stacked. They're going to be a tough game as well. The Texans have a solid team, but I think we can take that one. And then, the 49ers. Of course, the 49ers are going to be a challenge for the Packers, and I think that's going to really show have the Packers improved in the areas where they need to improve. Because, of course, last season, the 49ers sort of ran all over us, especially in that NFC Championship game. And so that's going to be a game where the Packers really can see, have we improved? Have we really ramped up our, run defense coming to 2020? Who knows? I hope it's true. I hope we have ramped it up. We won't know until the season rolls around, but fingers crossed on that one. All right, so if you take a look at the second half of the season, it's a lot easier, I'd say, than the first half. I'd say the toughest games in the second half here would probably be the Eagles and the Titans, but I think the Packers can win those games. I just think they will. They still have solid teams. All right, so overall, I'd say this is a pretty tough schedule overall. So for the Packers to finish as 13-3, I honestly think it's going to be tough. If I had to put my money on it, I don't know. I don't know if I'll put my money on the Packers being #1 in the NFC. With Aaron Rodgers on our team, it's always possible. He can, make miracles happen all the time. And, honestly, sometimes I feel like some #1 seeds, because, they've been so good in the regular season, sometimes it's those underdog teams that come in and sort of upset people. Just, like the Packers back in the day, not being like the #1 seed, but being, a little bit lower. They came in and sort of, had that strong, tough mentality, whereas sometimes the #1 seed sort of, maybe you're a little too confident, and sometimes that can hurt them. So, just if the Packers don't finish as the #1 seed, that doesn't mean, they can't progress through the playoffs and, make it to the Super Bowl. I still think, especially coming to the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, no matter what seed the Packers are, I think that, they have a shot no matter what, because, he can always work his magic. No matter what game it is, he can always work his magic in the end and come through. I think the biggest factor, for the Packers finishing 13-3 is if this defense can be stellar this year, if, this rush defense, this pass defense, if overall we can just be like a top 5, top 10 defense, I think if you match that along with Aaron Rodgers, No matter what his receivers are, I think they're talented. I think they're gonna be great this year, and we have a solid rushing attack. But overall, I think it comes down to, can this defense perform well? Because if this defense is middle of the road, it's going to be tough for the Packers to be the number 1 seed in the NFC. If this Packers defense is, top 5, top 10, paired with Aaron Rodgers' offense, I think it's very possible. We'll just have to win some of these tough, close games coming into 2020. All right, so that's going to be all for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button tons of times because, the algorithm boosts it up when you guys smash that like button, so make sure you smash that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you want to see some more Packers content, make sure you subscribe down below. I post like 4 to 5 videos every single week. And so that's going to be all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next one.